Well, good evening, all. Welcome to KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. I am Dave. This is where ham radio comes to life. Tonight's Nixa Thursday night check-in net. Sounds like it's going to be James this evening. Should start here in about 2 minutes or so. I want to remind everybody, coming up in a week from this Saturday is the Oars Ham Fest. Be in Mount Vernon. Be from 8 to 1 down there at the NARC. I'm pretty sure you can still get tickets on their website of www.w0oar.club.
Well, good evening, everybody. This is Kilo Bravo Zero, November Hotel X-Ray. Would like to welcome you to the Nixa Amateur Radio Club's Thursday night check-in net. The net meets every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on the club's multi-band suite of repeaters covering the Springfield metropolitan area. The purpose of the net is to pass along announcements and information for both club and regional amateur radio activities, to improve camaraderie amongst area amateurs, to find equipment and parts for your station or project, and to take advantage of the multi-band facet of this net to utilize other bands besides 2 meters and 70 centimeters to check into nets and communicate with other amateurs. Utilizing 10 meters, 6 meters, 1.25 meters, 33 centimeters, and the 23 centimeter bands will help you learn your station's capability on those bands, the repeater's capabilities, and find others with similar interests in those bands. More to follow. You may check into the net via the following repeaters. All repeaters have a PL of 162.2 hertz except for the 10 meter repeater, which has a PL of 123.0 hertz. The frequencies are the 29.680 in Nixa, the 53.270, transmit site in Republic with receive sites in Stratford, Granby, Branson West, Cedar Springs, and Freistadt, the 145.270 repeater in Nixa, the 147.015 in Northeast Springfield, the 224.280 and 442.425 repeaters in Republic, and the 927.0125 repeater in Northeast Springfield. Currently, the 1285.050 repeater is not linked into the system. You can use the following VoIP modes for checking into the net tonight: via All-Star node 565.5.3 or Echolink node K0NXA-L. Please key your microphone for about 1 second before speaking. This allows all the links to rise. Then give your call sign first phonetically, then the regular way, followed by your location and what repeater you are using to check into the net. First of all, are there any news or announcements for this week's net? Please call now.
KE6GAE.
KE6GAE, Dave, go ahead with your announcement.
Yeah, good evening, James. I just want to let everybody know that if they want to hear what the radio sounds like, I am streaming on my YouTube channel, KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. And that's all I've got for announcements tonight, James.
All right, David. Well, thanks for the announcement and for streaming that. I've got you down the log utilizing the 145.27 repeater. All right, hearing no other announcements, I'll go ahead with a quick recap of the club meeting announcements, or club announcements. First of all, I want to thank everybody who came out to our monthly meeting in March at the Aldersgate Church. Coming up on Saturday, April the 12th, we're going to have a second weather-related training session. This is going to be held at the brand new, fully renovated Nixa Fire Department's 150-seat regional training facility located at 711 North Main Street. The time is from 6 to 7:30 p.m., and this is the same station where we used to meet at for our club meetings until they started the remodeling process. So if you've been to the fire station before, it's the same location, just a completely different looking building. This training session will feature the National Weather Service's Warning Coordinator, Steve Reynolds, and the Southwest Missouri Skywarn Coordinator, Patty Palmer, KD0AEL, and Steve Palmer, KA0SPM. Mr. Reynolds will be speaking with us about how mobile spotters can best help their meteorologists at his facility, any changes to the NWS that they have instituted, and to weather prediction and weather warning issuances, and also give a Farmer's Almanac style of forecast for what they expect for this spring severe weather season. Patty and Steve are going to talk about the Skywarn program, giving us an overview of the program's goals and expectations for the program's continued growth, and how you can become a spotter involved with Southwest Missouri Skywarn. As well as they're going to give us some information on tools that are recommended for spotting, such as what types and bands of radios, any mobile weather station equipment, etc. Rally points where they might meet for severe weather, simplex tactical frequencies, and the repeater systems to monitor and to report to during severe weather. Now, this event's open to anyone from any club or group, whether it's Aries, races, etc., as well as public safety and emergency management. All right, and a couple minor or smaller announcements here. If you haven't renewed yet for 2025, we encourage you to do so online by going to www.nixahams.net. Click on the Join NARC link. And as soon as the transaction is completed, you'll automatically be added to the club's roster on the website. So that's a good way for you to confirm their renewal has been completed. Some regularly scheduled events we want to let you know about is the Hams Around the Ozarks Breakfast at the Golden Corral, 2020 East Primrose in South Springfield. That's the first Saturday of every month at 8 a.m. And also the Polk County Amateur Radio Club meets the second Tuesday of each month at 6:30. You can see the Polk County Amateur Radio Club's Facebook page for more details. Other nets you might be interested in are the Region D Aries SMLRS net on Friday nights at 7:30 on all SMLRS repeaters, primary and backup pubs. The Polk County ARC net on Mondays at 7 p.m. on the Bolivar repeaters and All-Star node 565500, along with Echolink node K0 and X8-L. That net is also linked up to the Republic 442.425 locally. The Region D Aries 6-meter net, Mondays at 7:30 on the 53.27, also via All-Star node 551050. Couple digital nets here. We have the Ozarks All Digital net on Wednesdays at 7 on DMR, Fusion, NXDN, and P25, talk group room or room 31291. Let's see, we also have the Missouri statewide digital net on talk group 3129 on Wednesdays at 7:30. This is an interesting net on Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. It's the combined Springfield-Sedalia Spark net on 220 megahertz. Locally, it's on the 224.280 repeater in Republic, PL 162.2. And lastly, the Greene County Aries net is on Thursdays at 8 p.m. on the 147.225. As a reminder, they will not be having a net this week because they have the Greene County Aries. So no Greene County Aries net this week. All right, with that being said, we'll go ahead and open the net up for any portable, mobile, or short-time stations. Please call now.
And I forgot about the Aries meeting, so I missed it.
This is Whiskey India 0 Papa, WI0P, Eric and Cameron via All-Star. No traffic.
Also want to let everybody know if I forgot to announce it on the
KC0 BKD, Kilo Charlie 0, Papa Kilo Tango on the Nixa repeater.
forgot to announce it on the net, but on April 12th at 12 o'clock at the Springfield Botanical Garden, Sean, K0MAD, is going to be bringing up 4 foxes, I believe.
Alpha.
We're going to do a fox hunt up there. We'll start at 12 o'clock. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of people there. But it's at the Springfield Botanical Gardens in Springfield.
No traffic.
It's going to be a pretty interesting place to hunt foxes.
This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Delta Foxtrot W5ODF. Mike and Nixa on the 270 repeater. No traffic. Good evening.
right, we'll go ahead and stop there. Acknowledge 4 stations there. First we had Whiskey India Zero Papa, Eric and Cameron via All-Star. Eric, thanks for checking in tonight. Then we had Aaron, KC0TKT and Nixa. Kent, Alpha Kilo Zero, Delta Sierra. And Mike, Whiskey 5, Oscar Delta Foxtrot. Any traffic from those stations?
If you're watching the stream, help me out and hit that like button. Jump in the chat and say hi as well.
Continuing on, are there any more portable, mobile, or short time stations? Please call now. KB0 NHX Net Control.
K0ZKM on the 015, short time, no traffic.
Whiskey Delta 0, Romeo Echo Whiskey, WB0RAW, Durban Springfield on the 015, no traffic.
Okay, did I lose my radio?
All right, we picked up a couple more there. We had Marvin, Kilo Echo 0, Zulu Kilo Mike in Battlefield on the 147015, and Whiskey Delta 0, Romeo Echo Whiskey. Drew also in Springfield on the 147015. No traffic from those stations. Thanks for checking in. We're going to now see if there's anyone that's on All-Star or Echo Link that would like to check in. Please call now. KB0 NHX, Net Control. All right, hearing no All-Star stations, we'll go ahead and move along to any regular check-ins. Anyone anywhere that would like to check in to tonight's net, please call now. This is KB0 NHX Net Control.
KE6GAE, Kilo Echo 6, Golf Alpha Echo. Dave on the 27 with comments.
This is K5PJR, Papa John Robert, K5PJR in Rogersville on the 015, and we're just checking in for the count. This is K5PJR, and my name is Tony, over.
Norway 0, Italy Radio Mexico, Kent and Galena on the 270, no traffic.
Kilo Bravo 0, Tango Kilo Victor, KB0 TKV, Dave in Sparta on the Republic 442.425, no traffic.
All right, we'll go ahead and hold up there. Go back to the top of the list. First, we had David, KE6GAE, in, I wrote down Springfield. No one think he'd be in Rogersville. Anyway, let me know if I got that wrong, and go ahead with your comments.
KB0NHX and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. And yeah, I'm actually in Rogersville, James. I forgot to announce it during the announcements. I want to let everybody know that April the 12th, the same day as our meeting, Sean, KE0MAD, is going to come up and bring 4 foxes up, 4 low-power foxes, and going to hide them at Springfield Botanical Garden. We're going to do a fox hunt there. And we'll start at 12 o'clock at the Springfield Botanical Garden, weather permitting. But I want to let everybody know, let's get a big turnout and see. Let's have some fun with doing some fox huntings. All you need is a HT. Never done it before? Come on out. We'll help you with it. Other than that, that's all we got, James. So we'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control.
Sounds good, Dave. Thanks for passing that along. And yeah, if you don't know Sean, I think he's pretty good at the fox hunting. So he's pretty passionate about it. Of course, I don't know many things in amateur radio that he gets involved with that he's not passionate about. So anyway, that sounds like that would be a good time. Thanks for passing that along. And then we had Tony, Kilo 5, Papa Juliet Romeo, in Rogersville as well, on the 015. Tony, you had no traffic. Thanks for checking in. Good signal as always. Then we had Kent, November 0, India Romeo Mike, at the Radio Ranch in Galena, on the Nixa 27 with no traffic. Kent, you sound good. Or as good as you can sound with a voice like that. Thanks for checking in. And then we had Dave, Kilo Bravo 0, Tango Kilo Victor, in the big town of Sparta, making the long trip to Republic on the 442-425 with no traffic. Dave, thanks for checking in, and we appreciate it. That's the bottom of the list. Are there any corrections or any additional comments before I move on?
If you're watching the stream, jump in the chat and say hi. I appreciate you stopping by.
Right, I guess we left everyone speechless there. All right, we'll move on down and open the net back up for any more regular check-ins. Please call now. KB0 NHX Net Control.
This is William Baker 0, November Tango Zulu, WB0NTZ. Good to meet up with you there Monday there, James.
This is November 00 Romeo Oscar N0 SRO on the 015 in Springfield Mobile. No traffic. Thanks for doing that, James.
This is Kilo Delta 0 Alpha Echo Lima, KD0 AEL Patty in Springfield on the 015.
I want to let everybody know, too. You see Retivas is on the screen now.
This is KS0 LKI Kilo Foxtrot 0 Lima Kilo India on the 22428. Kyle Republic, no traffic, no traffic.
Have an announcement coming up here soon, but they're actually stepping up for the NARC Fest
we'll go
again
stop
this
there.
year.
Kyle, I got you. Who's the other station that just checked in with Kyle?
Was that me? Kilo Delta 0 Alpha Echo Lima, KD0 AEL.
No, there was a station after you there, Patty, as well. So, all right, we'll go ahead and I'll go through the list here. And the person I don't call, I'll have you check in as soon as I get done with acknowledging these 4 stations. First, we had Dave, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Tango Zulu in Bolivar. Dave, which repeater are you using tonight?
Sorry about that. Forgot to mention I'm on 224 megahertz.
All right, very good. Sounding good from Bolivar on the 220 repeater. I appreciate you checking in and letting us know it's working.
Yeah, we get our one.
Yeah, it was good to see you there Monday. And the repeater is sitting in the same place where you left it. So, but never fear. Sooner or later, we'll get somewhere. All right, then we had Billy, November 0, Sierra Romeo Oscar in Springfield on the 015 with no traffic. Followed by Patty, Kilo Delta 0, Alpha Echo Lima in Springfield, also on the 147.015. And then we had Kyle, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima, Kilo India, out of Republic, on the 224.280. And the station that I did not call, if you would go ahead now, please.
I guess that was me. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Foxtrot Uniform KF0 GFU David in Battlefield on the 015. No traffic.
All right, David, thanks for coming back to me there and getting on the list. Yeah, you and Kyle had well, I'm not going to call it a double. It was a mix. I was actually hearing both of you at the same time, and I got enough of Kyle's call sign to know it was him, so I did not get enough of yours. So thanks for being patient and coming back to me. That's the bottom of the list. Are there any more stations tonight that would like to check in, any regular check-ins? Please call me out. This is KB0 NHX Net Control.
Charlie 0, Indy Yankee India, KC0 IYI, Jim and Nixa, no traffic on the 015.
OUQ, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Oscar Uniform, Quebec. I am Forsyth. I'm on 015.
Yeah, I've got to. Hopefully, we want to get the 1.2 repeater tied back into this net. Give me an antenna up. I'll check in on that one. And if I hadn't laid my.
I got a couple more there. Go ahead and acknowledge Jim, Kilo, Charlie, 0, India, Yankee, India out of Nixa on the 147015. Glad you checked in. I was getting ready to put an APB out for you if you didn't. Then we had Randy out in Forsyth, Kilo, Foxtrot, 0, Oscar, Uniform, Quebec. Good signal on the 015 tonight. Thanks for checking in. And we'll take one final call for any regular check-ins, then we'll recap the announcements and see if there's anyone that's been working out in their garden or something that has come inside, grabbed some ice-cold tea and wants to check into the net. Or insert your own story there. Any regular check-ins, please call now.
All right, well.
All right. We'll go ahead and recap the announcements real quick that I have here. First of all, we wanted to thank everybody that came out to the March meeting with the severe weather training on the N0NWS, Skywarn link system, the SMLRS, and the 31297 DMR net. And next club meeting is on Saturday, April the 12th. That's going to be our second weather-related training session at the brand new Nixa Fire Station's 150-seat regional training facility located at 711 North Main Street. The meeting starts at 6 o'clock until about 7:30. And this is, if you've been to where we used to have our club meetings at before we had to move it to the Aldersgate Church, it's at the same fire station, same building. It's just not a fire station anymore. They've renovated it and made a training center out of it. So it's nice and brand new, and looking forward to having hopefully a full house for that. Steve Reynolds will be there from the National Weather Service. He's the Springfield office's warning coordinator for the National Weather Service. And then also we have Patty and Steve Palmer from Southwest Missouri Skywarn. Patty is the coordinator for Southwest Missouri Skywarn. And between the two of them, they're going to have all sorts of discussions about the weather, how mobile spotting is important, how important it is to their meteorologists, any changes that the NWS has instituted to weather prediction or weather warning issuances. And also, Steve's going to give us a Farmer's Almanac style of forecast for what the NWS is predicting for severe weather in our area in 2025. And then Patty and Steve's going to come up and they're going to talk to us about the Skywarn program for this region, giving us an overview of the program's goals and expectations for the program's continued growth, how to become a spotter involved with Southwest Missouri Skywarn, tools that they recommend, like what types or bands of radios, any mobile weather station equipment, etc. Rally points where they might meet before severe weather to discuss impending severe weather. Any tactical simplex frequencies you might want to monitor if you are out spotting in the field. And then what repeater systems to monitor and to report to during severe weather. So this is open to anyone from any club, any group, any ham radio clubs, any Aries groups, races groups, etc. Public safety and emergency management spotters are also invited. So if you know anyone that has an interest in this type of information or that would like to become in Skywarn or become involved with Skywarn, this would be a great time to become involved and learn more about it. I will say after the meeting in March there, Steve did basically tell us how important it is to have weather spotters, and you don't have to be out in a vehicle to weather spot. You can do so from your house, and lots of times they get good reports from people where they're located, and how important that is to kind of verify what a weather radar operator is looking at on radar. Want to know if, well, is this really what I think it is? And if they get reports to kind of verify that, it builds their confidence that they're reading the weather properly, the radar properly, and helps get better information out to everybody in the region. It's just the public safety or public service aspect of amateur radio. it sounds to me like they'd really like to make sure we had more amateurs involved with reporting severe weather when it's in their area. And so we'll discuss all that at the April meeting, April the 12th at 6 p.m. All right. I'm not going to go through the rest of the announcements. I will mention again Dave's announcement about the scheduled fox hunt on Saturday, April the 12th, starting at noon at the Botanical Gardens in Springfield. And with a fox hunt there involving Sean, KE0MAD, setting out several low-power foxes for people to practice learning how to fox hunt in a smaller environment, basically. And the fox hunts, well, I would like to say they're a lot of fun. It seems like the only time I'm doing fox hunting is when I'm trying to track down repeater jammers or interference, and those aren't always fun. So anyway, with that being said, this ought to be a really interesting event, and hopefully we have a lot of people show up for it. And if you have any more questions about it, I'm going to direct you to Dave, and you can email him at Kilo Echo 6 Golf Alpha Echo, that's KE6GAE, at nixahams.net. All right. Are there any late check-ins to tonight's net before I close it down? KB0, NHX.
This is Kilo Delta Zero Echo Bravo Foxtrot, KD0 ABF Robert, Southwest Springfield, no traffic.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you for stopping by. I cut it off a little early, but I want to let everybody know on 146.460, Sean, KE0MAD, is doing a simplex net down in Aurora. I can get to him from Rogersville with my antenna, and I'm only about 15 foot in the air, if that, to the base of my antenna. So if you can't get to him when he's on his vertical, he takes a beam and spins it around from the southeast all the way around to the southwest. And if you're in the southwest Missouri, you can definitely, when he starts spinning the beam around, you should definitely be able to check in, test it out. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. Also want to remind everybody, Oars Ham Fest, March 22nd, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Mark down there in Mount Vernon. And also the Fox Hunt that's coming up on April the 12th at the Springfield Botanical Gardens. It's going to be a blast. And like Sean said, or like James said during the net, if you got questions, send an email to ke6gae at nixahams.net. Answer the questions you got. But I'm going to say 73 all. Thanks for stopping by. KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. I'm Dave, and this is where ham radio comes to life. 73 y'all.